Alright, Dustin Ellerman here, and earlier I mentioned how I was going to make this video on the Griffin Armament Checkmate Suppressor. It's made for 22 long rifle, but you can also use it with 22 Winchester, Magnum, and 17 HMR, so it's a good multi-purpose can. The Silencer Shop actually came out here and let me demo several suppressors. I think I tried like 5 or 6 different 22 suppressors, and this one impressed me the most, and that's why I have it now. The first thing that impressed me the most about it was the lack first round pop. The first shot you shoot through a suppressor will always have just a little more noise to it than your subsequent shots because it's igniting all that oxygen inside the can itself. This one didn't have nearly what some other cans had, and part of the reason is the 13 baffles inside, and I'll show you that in a little bit when we take it apart. But then the next coolest part about it was it has a 3 lug mount. So you can get I haven't even used it, but I bought it just in case I wanted it. This is the direct thread. If you want to do that, you can replace it on the inside here. But it has a 3 lug mount, just like like your HK machine guns and whatnot. So you just put it on there, the 3 lugs, and you just give it a little twist, and there, it's locked in. And so it's just as easy to take off. So it's really just a QD thing. So I can put it on any other host, just the same. It's a good idea to always turn it to the right so you don't accidentally loosen your 3 lug mount. But that's the coolest part about it. So with all those together, it's a great can. It's a little under 6 inches long. It's 5 ounces, and you can get it from Silencer Shop for $315. So it's also a great deal, especially when you add in all those features. So we will do a little bit of shooting, and I just let you hear how quiet it is. As tempting as it is to go ahead and shoot a target, I am just going to shoot at the dirt just so you can really hear it, because it's so quiet. If I shot at a target, you would just hear the target ding and not the gun at all. Alright, so here we go. This is some Gemtech subsonic ammo. This is my Tactical Solutions upper on just this is my Viltor lower. Here we go. Turn on my dot. Alrighty. So stinking quiet. I hear my brass casings hitting my 4-wheeler over there. We'll do a little bit on target now. And so yeah, with that subsonic stuff, it's of course greatly quiet. And now we're empty. Just pop it off and throw it on another one. That's one of the reasons 22 suppressors are my favorite, is because you can on a 22 pistol you can stay cheap and use just regular bulk ammo. This is just some Federal junk, bulk box, but your barrels are short enough in a 22 pistol that you can shoot it without the crack. In a second we'll go ahead and put it back on the rifle and we'll demo it with the crack just so you can hear that. But this is Walther PPKS in 22, really James Bondish. Alright, that was bad round. Try again. Alright, good deal. So that's the just 22 pistol. You can see just it works and it's quiet. But back again, I tell you what. Yeah, I've got some standard ammo here. And it actually depends on the weather at times if it's sub or supersonic. It's because this 10-inch barrel is just right on the threshold. But standard ammo, see if we get a little crack. Okay, you heard the first one didn't have much, but then the subsequent ones do. Alright, so they're pretty much saying supersonic, but all the sound is downrange, so you can at least shoot comfortably, have good conversations, whatever, with a shorter barrel one as so. All right, now we'll take it apart and show you the insides, because that really impressed me when we first took it apart. I'm gonna put on my gloves because all the lead. That's the one downside of a 22 suppressor, is just they get filthy, and so you have to be able to clean it and take it apart. so you don't want a sealed one. If you're going to shoot much volume, you want to make sure you can take it apart and service it, or else you'll eventually foul it up so bad. And I've had one that did this as a gym tech, but after a couple thousand rounds, it was getting so fouled up, the fouling was throwing my bullets off mark. All right, so this one hasn't had not even 100 rounds through it since we cleaned it. I found if I shoot over 500, it'll start to, it takes a little more effort to disassemble it, but with just a few, there you go, it falls right out. So there's our 13 baffles, and use a little tool it comes with to take apart the rear of the can, and then you have so you can do all your cleaning there. What have done, and there's a video on this earlier, yes, even though it's the whole fire cleaner Cisco debacle, it works. And just with a little bit of fouling, I can just wipe that clean with a rag. As long as I clean it every 200-300 rounds like the manual says, cleanup is a breeze and there's not much to it at all. The first baffle is going to be your only different baffle. The first baffle has a slight cut on it. Oh, there it is. And so this is the one that will get the most filthiest, and I use just a copper brush usually, and it'll clean it up all the way. Since we haven't put about 100 rounds through, it's going to wipe right off today. But that's the only baffle that you have to pay attention to the order when you put it back together, so that it's the one that's in front nearest the muzzle of the gun. And so this is your 3 lug right here. This is your 3 lug mount part that just slides in there. If you want to do traditional thread on, like I said, instead of putting this in, you'll replace it with just the direct thread, just like so. Because of the 3-mount system, I was a little concerned that the Checkmate might not be completely accurate, but as I found, it's just as accurate as any thread-on can that I've had as well. And so what we've got set up is we're about 50 feet away from a challenge target, the bullseye target, where you have to shoot through a 0.9-inch hole to make it clear and hit that paddle. And so we'll put a few rounds down range and just see if I can hit it a few times. Here we go. Nice. Okay, so if we're shooting inside a 1-inch hole at 50 feet freestanding, I think it really, is a testimony to the accuracy, so we're good there.